The 2022 All-Star starters have been chosen, and the choices have stirred much controversy, as they always do. The Western Conference, which will be led by LeBron James, while the Eastern Conference will be led by Kevin Durant. This All-Star game is surely set to be very interesting and exciting. However, we can't help but notice some huge players who got absolutely snubbed from playing. Stick around to find out all the juicy inside details. Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple. First, Luka Doncic. Every year, extremely excellent NBA players who have valid arguments for making the annual All-Star game end up on the sidelines looking in, since each conference only gets 12 spots, although there are more than 24 very good players. The starters are chosen by fans, players, and the media, with the reserves chosen by the league's head coaches. Many expected Doncic to start every All-Star game this decade, but he was passed over in favor of Morant and Curry. However, he is in a reserve spot. Doncic remains one of the NBA's most dominant and bizarre players, as well as a figure of consistency. While leading the Mavericks to 6th place in the Western Conference, the Slovenian star has averaged 25.2 points per game, 2.4 three-pointers, 8.9 rebounds, and 8.7 assists. Doncic, who is perhaps an MVP candidate in his own right, can compete with the best in the league, and so is a huge snub. But at only 22, he's just getting started and has a long list of All-Star selections and other honors ahead of him. Next player to be snubbed from the All-Star pick is Chris Paul, who is also set as a reserve. Christopher Emmanuel Paul, better known by his nickname CP3, is an NBA player who plays for the Phoenix Suns. Paul plays as a point guard and has actually won 2 Olympic gold medals, as well as the NBA Rookie of the Year award and the NBA All-Star Game Most Valuable Player award. Impressive, right? Despite his stellar track record, it appears that he was unable to make the cut this year. As the team's primary leader, Paul, like Devin Booker, has been crucial to the Suns' success this season. Paul may not be putting up the monster statistics of Western Conference rival guards, but he's still averaging 10.1 assists, tied for first in the NBA, 14.5 points per game, and 1.9 steals, third, while shooting 48% from the field, 83% from the line, and committing only 2.4 turnovers. The perfect professional in every sense. The 11-time All-Star has helped lead the Suns back to superpower status and remains as vital as any player in the NBA. Next, Devin Booker. Booker may have been the most unlucky to miss a first-round audition, additionally also landing as a reserve. While an All-Star selection is a special honor for NBA players, the Suns guard has been arguably the best player for the league's best team this season, with the Suns 38-9 leading the NBA standings by 3.5 games. And Booker deserves a lot of credit for maturing into a much more well-rounded player, averaging 25 points a game on 44% shooting from the field and 86% from the free throw line, along with 2.6 triples, 5.6 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1 steal, and only 2.6 turnovers. You can count on Booker to make his 3rd consecutive appearance on the big stage after being named an All-Star the previous 2 seasons. Now we have Draymond Green. Green, on the other hand, is a superstar on the defensive end of the floor in every way. Draymond Jamal Green Sr. is an NBA professional basketball player for the Golden State Warriors. Green is a 3-time NBA champion and 4-time NBA All-Star who predominantly plays at power forward. Green was labeled NBA Defensive Player of the Year in 2017. Despite all this, he still failed to make the 2022 All-Star team. Well, he is a reserve, so he technically did. The Warriors' glue guy has returned to form, averaging 7.9 points, 7.4 assists, 7.6 rebounds, 1.4 steals, and 1.2 blocks per game. It has aided in the team's return to powerhouse status and to being among the top-seeded teams in the West. Green's tough guy approach may not be considered among the NBA's absolute top-line superstars owing to his offensive deficiencies, but the 3-time All-Star is a true heart and soul player who deserves praise for giving his all every time he takes the court. Next, Donovan Mitchell. In recent years, Don Mitchell Mitchell has been one of the league's most consistent performers, and this season has been no different. The Utah guard has had probably his greatest season, averaging 25.5 points per game on 87.6% shooting from the line, 3.2 three-pointers, 5.2 assists, and 1.6 steals per game, all for the 30-19 Jazz, who are legitimate title candidates despite a tough stretch in which they have won just 2 of their last 10 games. Because of Rudy Gobert's intimidating presence, the Jazz are thought to be a defensive team, but Utah's strong suit is on the offensive end of the court, where it has an NBA best 115.6 offensive rating. Led by Mitchell, the 25-year-old was made for the spotlight and had a strong chance of becoming an all-star, but unfortunately fell short. Now we have Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is a defensive powerhouse who has won 3 of the last 4 Defensive Player of the Year titles. He's unquestionably deserving of a starting all-star berth at some point in his career. In fact, it was just 2 years ago that he made his all-star debut. However, the Jazz's 1-4 record while Gobert was under the NBA's COVID-19 health and safety regulations demonstrate how crucial he is. Probably one of the most valuable players who actually affects games and overall winning. The big man leads the league in rebounding, 15.1 per game, and ranks second in blocks, 2.3. Up next, DeJounte Murray. On the Western Conference side, the biggest snub goes to DeJounte Murray of the San Antonio Spurs, who's emerged as one of the top two-way guards in the game. Murray's averaging 19.6 points, 9.1 assists, 8.5 rebounds, and 2.0 steals per game, while consistently guarding the opponent's top guard. Murray's expected to be chosen by Silver to replace Green, who announced on Thursday that he would not play in the 2022 All-Star Game due to a back ailment, but this has yet to be announced. Next is Jarrett Allen. The old-school center with the greatest afro in the league is averaging a double-double in points and rebounds while also being a formidable shot blocker. His city is hosting the NBA All-Star Game. The amazing Cavaliers have one of the finest records in the NBA. However, the Eastern Conference coaches didn't think that was enough to award Allen the award for the first time. So now we have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, both of the Celtics, deserve to be NBA All-Stars. Celtics' poor record, on the other hand, has precluded them from earning 2. As a result, the East coaches chose only one player in Tatum, the team's leading scorer, preventing Brown from making his second consecutive All-Star participation. Now some further details about the All-Star NBA Game 2022. While the teams will be named after them, it's unknown whether James or Durant will be on the court when the teams face off in Cleveland on February 20. James has been out with knee swelling since January 25th, while Durant has already been ruled out until after the All-Star break. Durant also missed the All-Star Game last year due to a hamstring ailment, making him the only captain to miss the game since it switched to its present format. It's probable that this year's captains for both teams will be athletes who are physically unable to compete in 2 weeks. However, with the game coming to Cleveland for the first time in James's career, it's difficult to imagine him missing it. If James decides to play, it'll only be the second in the last decade that he does so without a teammate. Due to Davis' extended absence due to injury and the Lakers' disappointing record, Anthony Davis was one of the more surprising players to be left off the Western Conference list. Unless Davis is selected as an injury substitute by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, he'll miss the game for the very first time since his rookie season in 2013. For the East leading Bulls, Zach LaVine joins teammate DeMar DeRozan, who has been one of the NBA's most surprising tales this season. The Cleveland Cavaliers, who began Thursday only 2 games behind the Bulls in the standings, are by far the most unexpected team of the 2021-22 season. They have point guard Darius Garland, who's making his first appearance, but center Jarrett Allen was not selected as a second-round pick. All season, the big man has averaged a double-double every night and could be the first in line to take Durant's spot. And there you have it, everything you need to know about NBA players who got snubbed this year for the All-Star NBA team, either being put as a reserve or simply not being chosen at all. Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Who do you think deserved to make the team that just fell short? What players made the team that surprised you? Let us know. But if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.